When a successful business has been in the same family for many years, well, they must be doing something right. Dan Hickson has owned the Catfish Kitchen in Burns, Tennessee for more than 30 years. Now, if you ask him what the secret is, he'll say, the obvious, clean grease, the right temperature, and so on. But there's got to be more to it. That's why we sent Rob Wiles there for our first stop.
When you drive to a restaurant, usually there are lots of choices around for you. But when you drive to the Catfish Kitchen, you are going to the Catfish Kitchen because it's out in the country near the Burns community near Dixon. It's a long drive, but worth it.
We're very remote and we've been very successful. The people of Dixon have been very good to us, as well as the surrounding counties. You can drive up in our parking lot on a Friday or Saturday night, and you're liable to see 7 or 8 counties represented.
That's Don Hickson. Hickson from Dixon, he calls himself, even though the restaurant he bought more than 30 years ago is really in Burns, outside of Dixon. So Don took a little poetic license there with his name, but he's a straight talker when it comes to why people come from Dixon and just about everywhere else to get to his place.
Quality food, courteous service, personality. And I think that's the 3 ingredients that make a restaurant successful.
I got a sirloin medium well, and a full order filet.
Now, about the food.
We make a hush puppy that will melt in your mouth. Everything else we prepare here daily. We cook our own white beans, we cut our own Idaho potatoes, we make our own slaw, we make our own cocktail sauce, we make our own tartar sauce. Like I say, everything's just homemade.
Homemade and good enough for a special occasion.
I've come here quite often and I love it. All the places in all the world, this is where I come on my birthday.
Lots of the credit for the birthday-worthy food goes to Scott Feltz. He's the manager now, but he started further down the ladder here years ago.
I started here in '85 and I was 15 years old and grew up eating here with my family. My first job was here when Mr. Hickson bought the restaurant. Here the night he come in to look at it for the first time.
Well, even though he's the manager, everybody here pitches in as needed.
Not counting Don, we have 3 main cooks. We all kind of back and forth. We'll cook. All of us can work the grill if we need to. We have someone out, we'll go wash dishes. I'm not out. I don't get to be the luxury of a walk-around manager to stand around and point and shake and talk. We all work. And we work together, and so we all kind of take turns doing what we need to do to get the job done.
Ready? All righty, whoever wants to start.
Great food and great people to get it out of the kitchen and to the customers.
We serve our food family style. It's like sitting at home with your parents, all the food on one big plate, and you get to pull off what you need and dip it out, unless, someone asks for something different. And the service here is wonderful. Our waitresses, they're the face of the restaurant. And I say the cooks back there are kind of the backbone of the restaurant. Because if you ain't got good food, it doesn't matter, but the waitresses, they take good care of the customers. A big family here. Sometimes it's dysfunctional, but for the most part, we have a good time, but we're also serious about our work. We have a good crew. Most of the people that's here have been here for several years. They don't come in for a week or 2 and leave.
Did you get a chance to enjoy this pretty weather today?
Yeah, every day.
Good.
Any day.
Yeah, just when we get up in the morning and put our feet on the floor, it's a wonderful day, isn't it?
That's right.
Good to see you.
And the head of the family, why, Don, of course, who likes to talk to his guests, make sure they're full and happy. The guests like that attention.
They're just as nice as they can be. The man that cooks the fish, he comes out and talks to you and asks how your meal was, and so he's real cordial, and I enjoy visiting with him as much as I do his cooking.
And a lot of things that people tell me, customers or people I see out and about and talk about the restaurant, that's one of the things they always mention is how the owner always walks around and speaks to the guest. And you don't see that anymore.
Last week I didn't feel like a young man.
Well, I didn't either. I had the flu or something. I don't know what it was.
Good to see y'all.
You too.
You know, Donald talked to his customers about almost anything. As he doesn't really look at them as customers.
A lot of our customers just like family.
There's that word again. And you know, you do get the family feel here, which people coming to the Catfish Kitchen definitely notice.
You know, we've had people come down from out of state. You know, they come down here once or twice a month, you know, when they're traveling, or they'll stop. And a few from way off, they make a point when they're traveling once or twice a year, they'll come through. You know, and because they remember us.
Yeah, once you've been here, it's pretty hard to forget the Catfish Kitchen.